All right, getting ready for our stay at the Saxe Hotel in Paris. It is a five-star hotel. Currently, it is the only LXR hotel in all of Europe. Big question here is, am I going to get hustled or am I going to be the hustler? And I'll tell you why. When we booked our room, it was a King Saxe room. It was 740 euros a night. We got upgraded to a King Junior Suite, which is going for $1,142 a night on the Hilton website. So we're going to see who gets hustled at the end of the day.
Saxe Hotel, you could not have asked for a better location. Located in the 7th District, just a few minutes walk from the Eiffel Tower and from Saint-Germain-des-Prés, which is a wonderful neighborhood. Rooftop has a view of the Eiffel Tower. You cannot beat that. The lobby was absolutely stunning. There were 200 to 300 lit candles going on, live flowers, floral displays, just amazing attention to detail. That room leads out into the garden, which is a piece of artwork in itself. The chandelier is Baccarat crystal. They really spared nothing. They offered us champagne or coffee. We went with an espresso to give us a little pick-me-up after our flight. Then our room was not ready yet, so we went to the La Saxe restaurant, which is just right off the lobby, to have a little bite while we waited, relaxed for a moment. The murals on the ceiling are done by a street artist named Stowe. Every other chandelier you see is Baccarat as well. Let's get a little food in our stomach, right? A little pricier than I thought. A burger was, what was that, like 39 euros. Club sandwich, 37 euros. But then we are in uptown Paris, so I guess we should expect that, right? And you could easily drop 800 euros on a bottle of champagne if you so desired. We love the attention to detail. Even on the knife, it was branded with the Saxe logo. The day we checked in was actually our wedding anniversary, so we got a little wine to celebrate. Wonderful bread. And we just wanted something light, so we went with an assorted cheese platter. The cheeses were all amazing. I wish I could remember what they were. The blue cheese was out of this world. Finally, room was ready. We are in room 209, which is a King Junior Suite here at the Saxe. So as I come in, to my right is the bathroom, which we'll see in a moment. To my left is a walk-in closet. As you can see, they did a little something festive for us. We are celebrating our anniversary actually today, my birthday tomorrow, and my wife's birthday coming up in about a week. So they were very kind to do something nice for us. Looks like they left us some real rose petals, a bottle of wine, and some, I'm sure, French cookies. There's a TV in the mirror. I'll talk more about that later. Got a little love seat here, so you can look out over your Parisian view as you enjoy a coffee in the morning. Also, when the two bellmen came up to bring us our bags, each of them had a rose for us to celebrate our anniversary, which I thought was very sweet and special of them. Another little sitting area over here if you want your opposite city view to look at the city of Paris. They are very into sustainability. If you look at this, it's just asking you to conserve your towel usage or your sheets and not have them washed every day, which I always appreciate. They put even more rose petals on the little workstation behind us, which was just a very, very nice touch. Here's the bigger view of the room. Like I said, it is an upgraded room. It is a King Junior suite. Let's move on to sort of the mini bar area. So when the young lady showed us to her room, it is complimentary, a bottle of Evian and a sparkling water behind it. They have an espresso machine. They have a tea kettle, which looks brand spanking new. Don't even know if anybody's ever made a pot of tea in there. We got our little bottle opener, teacups, coffee cups, saucers, some espresso pods, and some tea, and a little pre-packaged creamer as well. A very nice new espresso machine. If you want something from mini bar, this is sort of their selection of candies, alcoholic drinks, and whatnot. They also have a room service menu, which we'll look at the prices on that in a little while. And then if you did want something from the mini bar, this is their selection, and we'll see how much all this would cost in a moment. Mini bar prices were a little high. Little bottle of wine, 55 euros, and a Coke, 12 euros. That glass wall you're seeing, that is actually the bathroom, and it does have blinds in it, so you can close that off for privacy. Let's go take a tour. Here is the bathroom. This is a towel warmer, which goes on when the lights go on, and it is warm to the touch, so that'll be a toasty towel. Beautiful sinks. Turn them on here and control the temperature up here. That is a little hand wash, the little cups with the little dust covers. The branding here is on point. As we go on, everything is Saks branded. A little bar of soap, body lotion, another hand wash, another dust cover. You can see it here on the towels hanging over the bathtub, where they even put more rose petals in for us. Like I said, just very loving touches for our anniversary. Look at that faucet, just absolutely gorgeous in style. More lotions and amenities. Beautifully branded robe. Looks soft and cushy. Usually don't show bathrooms, but today gotta make an exception just because of the beautiful marble that is in here, and just their branding continues. Here's the shower. Nice waterfall feature overhead. Great fixtures. More shower amenities. Beautiful marble. And one of the things I always like to do is test the water pressure, and I will do that. We're gonna explore the little amenities they have beneath here. These are beautiful leather boxes, of course branded with Saks. What do we have in here? We have a couple vanity sets, shower cap, manicure set, dental set. Boy, they got a little bit of everything in here, so very well thought of for a traveler who might have forgot something or need something. And then let's look at this as well. This looks like a hair dryer, and oh my wife will be happy. This is a Dyson. So this is pretty much what you'd expect from a 5-star hotel. They have not missed a beat. And yes, it does look like a face in the wall, but it also looks like a beautiful butterfly. All right, let's see what kind of wine they got us. So they brought us a beautiful Chablis, which we look forward to sharing later. A rainy day here in Paris. This is the view from our room. Just a great sort of Paris cityscape. I thought there were 2 pairs of slippers in each packet. It is 1 pair of slippers. These are just the cushiest slippers you have ever seen. They're literally like ½ an inch thick. So can't wait to try those puppies on. So let's see what they have in this little portfolio they gave me. See how the breakfast menu looks. Kind of breakfast, 7 a.m. to noon, 36 euros. The Americano breakfast, 48 euros, or American breakfast. Healthy breakfast, 38 euros. Assortment of hot beverages for you to choose from. Some juices. And then the dishes in the American breakfast. Of course, they got avocado toast, selection of cheeses, smoked salmon, omelets. Here's a little brochure on the hotel. It is in the 7th district of Paris. It is very near the Eiffel Tower. Can't see it from your room, but if you sort of go out and turn to the right, you can see it. Talks about the restaurants that they have here, what time dining is. And then just some practical information. The spa club is open 24 hours a day. Their pet policy, smoking policy. And if you'd like to keep a bathroom, a souvenir from your room, a bathrobe would be 120 euros. And if you want the Dyson hairdryer, that'll cost you 350. They also have something which I don't see too much anymore of, is stationery. They have some wonderfully branded Saks stationery. And they even got the envelopes to match. So here's the room service menu, served from noon to 11 p.m. Caesar salad, 37 euros. A burger with fries, 39 euros. Club sandwich, 37 euros. So they got some good Parisian prices going on here. Selection of cheeses, 21 euros. In the bar, it was 18. And then they got some dessert items as well. Chocolate mousse would run you 14 euros. Cookie would be 14 euros. That must be some cookie. And they do have a menu which runs from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. If you really need that midnight snack, as we say, pretty much everything that was listed before. And if you want some champagne delivered with your room service, looks like you could easily run up a 600, 700, 800 euro tab buying a couple bottles of champagne. A Coca-Cola Zero, 33 centiliters is 8 euros. If you want a hot chocolate, that would be 10 euros. An espresso would be 7 euros. Love the lighting controls. They were very James Bond, and you could control them all while you were lying in bed. How cool is that? The do not disturb sign was branded, weighted, made of leather. And what I loved about it is it didn't fall off when you open or close the door like happens at a lot of hotels with the do not disturb sign. So we just had our first official nap, and just let me tell you, it is a very cushy bed. Time to explore the hotel a little and go to the Garden or Les Jardins. As you enter Les Jardins, the first thing you are greeted with is a crystal sculpture titled Rockstone by contemporary artist Eric Levy. The whole design of Les Jardins was designed by Claudio Ravenbeau, who is founder of Studio Raven. Her inspiration was classic French gardens and trying to embody that here in the 7th District and at this hotel in Paris. The hotel also offers rooms and suites which have a view of Les Jardins, and it also has a pool and jacuzzi as well. So that is the Eiffel Tower. You literally cross the street from our hotel, and there's your view of the Eiffel Tower. Amazing location for this hotel. Also within minutes of the hotel is a little fruit stand, wine store, amazing cheese shop, grocery store, anything you could want just minutes away if you need a little snack or just wanted to munch on something for your day out in Paris. When we got back from our little walk, it was so cool to see the Eiffel Tower lit up. And as you enter the hotel lobby, just to see all the candles going, it was an absolutely amazing entrance. So this is Le Jardin at night. It's been raining during the day, so no one is out here. You can only imagine how beautiful Le Jardin is when the weather's good and you're having a drink or a cup of tea. Amazing space. Looks like maybe some people enjoyed a little cocktail in the rain before. Time to call it a day. The hallways were beautifully done, from the carpeting to the red lighting to the sconces. Always appreciate turn down service, and that mat on the side of the bed, it is cushy, has to be 2 to 3 inches thick. So one of the things I love to test out in a hotel is the water pressure. So let's see how this one is. Oh yeah, good waterfall. And we have both showered in here. And that is nice. We did celebrate our anniversary with the wine they gave us and the very soft and floofy robes. Much appreciated, and much thanks to the staff of the Saks for all of that. And that is the TV in the mirror, and it is best seen when you dim all the other lights at night. The bathroom is separate from the main bedroom, and you can turn down the little blinds. Good morning, good morning. Let's go get them in Paris. So we're staying 2 nights at the Saks. We slept on this amazing bed last night in a great mattress quality. Wonderful duvet, kept us warm all night, and the pillows are soft and cushy. We woke up and we thought we'd been sleeping on a cloud, so love this bed. Time to head down for breakfast. Very posh little elevator here. Got the red lights working. Hard to capture that. Beautiful crusted railings. 8 floors at this hotel. Breakfast is served in the same spot as the Kinagawa restaurant on the 7th floor. The space was absolutely gorgeous. We were the first people there, so it was a little empty. They were still setting up. They offer 2 types of breakfast, the more basic one for 32 euros and the American buffet for 45 euros, which included a la carte items as well. Huge buffet, pretty much anything you could want or imagine. If you like breads, you came to the right place. My wife will be in heaven here. Fresh made bread. Butters, milk, and yogurt. Toppings. More yogurt. Looks like they got a waffle maker hidden back there. They had all sorts of toppings you could put on your crepes or your waffles. Little meats. Looks like salmon. The sausages look better than this. They're just coming out funny in a red light. And of course, got a breakfast wouldn't be complete without some bacon, right? Great selection of fresh fruits. Champagne was on the buffet as well. If a mimosa is your thing to get you going in the morning. They have a morning salad station, which is nice if you want to do something lighter. A little kids corner too, which is really nice. I've never seen really something like this set apart at a restaurant before. They even have little fruit kebabs for the kids. So a lot of good fruit. Looks very fresh. You can even see the crates it came in from behind. I'm starting with a glass of juice. Been craving orange juice lately and some fruit. My wife, what did she get over there? A little yogurt, some salmon. So for breakfast, I decided to order off the menu, see how they do. I got the salmon Benedict. Just got some salmon. Let's get some hollandaise sauce in there. There we go. There's a bite with everything. Okay, this looks like a little jelly-filled donut, and then this is it for me, I promise. I picked the right one. It wasn't jelly-filled, it was Nutella-filled. And there it is. The restaurant does offer a beautiful view of the Eiffel Tower. Then we went up to the Rooftop Lounge, where it has a complete 360-degree view of Paris. Would have loved to have been there on a sunny day. Let's take a tour of the gym on the second floor. For a hotel this size, very spacious gym. That's a rowing machine there on the wall. They have a Pilates machine, which is great. You don't find that in every hotel. And I love the weights and kettlebells, which had sort of an old-fashioned feel to them, which was a nice touch. The spa is right off the gym. They have robes and towels down there, and they have both a men's and a women's locker room. They have a steam room. They have a sauna. And trust me, they were both cranking. They have a shower, good waterfall shower. And I did test it, it does have good pressure too. Just outside the gym, there's a coffee and tea station with snacks and their branded water bottles. By the way, their branded water comes directly from the Alps. And one of my hotel hustling tips is that if you ever don't want to pay for hotel water or don't get some complimentary, if they have a gym, they always seem to have water down there. Here's the private rooms if you did get a massage. Little seating area while you're waiting for your massage. After checking out the hotel amenities, it was time to go for a walk and explore the neighborhood. Just around the corner, you find tons of restaurants and shops. That's a cheese shop right next to a bakery, both recommended by the hotel staff. The cheese shop is called Fromagerie Quattroma, and it's absolutely incredible, a cheese lover's paradise.
Apparently, bastards bake better.
The bakery across the street is called French Bastards. Everything in there looked delicious. We had just had breakfast, so we didn't buy any food, but we sure regretted it later.
taking a rest from a very busy morning. We're at the French Bastards having a hot chocolate.
How is it?
Smooth and creamy.
Chocolatey?
Smooth, creamy chocolatey on a nice rainy Paris day. This is my kind of truck, loaded with wine.
We had to stop by Le Grande Épicerie de Paris, located inside the famous Le Bon Marché Rive Gauche, about a 20-minute walk from the hotel. The place is incredible and a must-stop for all foodies out there, with aisles and aisles of ultra-refined gourmet food. The pastries were mouth-watering.
That's a beautiful cake.
The basement is entirely dedicated to wines, and you'll find something at any price range. They have glass-closed rooms with very special bottles, like this 1923 vintage bottle that sells for just 24,000 euros. It was time to get back to the hotel and check out the pool. If you're curious, the pool wasn't exactly warm, but I love to take a quick plunge wherever I am. The jacuzzi more than made up for the temperature of the pool. Next, sauna time. Let's see how long I can last in the sauna. Gotta come in here and sweat out all the bread, cheese, and chocolate. The bathroom down at the spa was stunning. When we returned to our room, they had some juices and cookies waiting for us, and we didn't notice until we were editing this that they were actually from Mr. Jarvis. Whoever you are, Mr. Jarvis, thanks for your juices and cookies. After that, it was time for my birthday dinner at Le Jardin at Saint-Germain. I asked at the concierge desk if the house car was available, and they said, why, yes, it is. So we got a ride to dinner in the Saks house car, which just happens to be a Maybach. Going to my 56th birthday dinner in style. This car is absolutely incredible. Feels like you're in a spaceship. So out of almost 20,000 restaurants in Paris, Le Jardin is ranked 28th. So that's quite an incredible achievement. So we're going to see for ourselves tonight how it is. The restaurant is located in the 6th district. It's a small place, but the food was incredible. The service was outstanding. We had a wonderful time. And we have a full review of that restaurant coming up. The hotel at night is absolutely beautiful, and we couldn't pass up the opportunity to sneak up to the rooftop and get those views of the Eiffel Tower at night. We are lucky to see the Eiffel Tower sparkle, which I believe happens every hour on the hour until midnight. Turn down service is always appreciated. Didn't want to get out of bed on the last day.
Another great night's sleep here at the Saks. We're sad we have to be leaving. Seems like we just got here.
One thing I forgot to mention is the hallways have motion-sensitive light. Breakfast on our last day. This is naughty, a croissant with cream cheese, salmon, and fresh tomatoes. I did order off the menu and got the avocado toast, which as you can see was beautifully prepared. What is the number one rule of real estate? Location, location, location. And just let me say, the Saks Hotel Paris has it. There's nothing like being able to walk out the front door, turn to your right, and see the Eiffel Tower. A+ for location. One of the things I love about hotels is their history, how they came to be where they're at today. So the building we're in for the Saks Hotel Paris was originally built in 1899, so that makes it like 126 years old. It was a telephone company for the longest time. Then in 2016, it went on the market. And the gentleman who ended up buying it and owns this hotel, he originally just wanted to buy the rooftop because the rooftop has amazing 360-degree views of all the major tourist attractions in Paris with a great view of the Eiffel Tower. But no one would sell him just the rooftop, so he ended up buying the whole building and developing it into the property and the hotel that we have today. Interesting fact, the gentleman who owns this hotel, he has no history in the hotel business. He's been in commercial real estate. But as I mentioned, he fell in love with this property and over the course of 10 years has developed it to where it's at today. This property just opened in either April or May of this year, so less than 6 months into existence, and it has already developed into an amazing 5-star property. Let's talk about the size of the hotel and its amenities. So it's definitely not a large hotel by any means, but it isn't small enough, in my opinion, to be classified as boutique. I'd say it's on the larger side of boutique, but it still has quite a lot to offer. It actually has a swimming pool, has a hot tub, has a sauna, has a steam room, has a weight room with everything you'd expect. It also has multiple dining options. It has the Le Saks, which is sort of a grill and bar. It has the Kinagawa restaurant, which doubles as where you eat breakfast in the morning. And then it has a rooftop dining option and the garden dining option, which are both closed when we're here due to the rain and sort of, I don't want to say inclement weather, but the bad weather, they're more meant to be enjoyed when there's good weather. So if having that rooftop experience is important to you, either come here on a really sunny day or maybe schedule your stay here in the summertime. Let's talk about some very distinct 5-star amenities as well. When we walked up to the hotel, I noticed there was a house car up front. How did I know it's a house car? Because it had Saks written in small letters on the door. I was like, oh, it's a beautiful car. You think it's a Mercedes, but it's actually a Maybach. So I inquired with the concierge as to who could use the house car. And he said it's complimentary for all guests as long as their drives are within a 15-minute radius of the hotel on a first-come, first-served basis. Amazing feature. Also, the young man who checked us in, Charlie, he told us that if you pay for it, you can also schedule and have the owner's private jet at your use. So if you wanted to go shopping and gambling in Monaco for the evening, you could call up, get the jet, go there and back for the day. So truly 5-star features. When we checked in the other day, our room wasn't ready yet, so we went and waited in the Le Saks bar and grill. My wife and I each had a glass of wine, and we had a assorted cheese platter, which for the 3 of those items came to about 50 euros, which wasn't bad. We looked at the rest of the menu, and if you wanted a cheeseburger or a club sandwich, they seemed to run about 35 to 37 euros a piece. So a little higher price than I would have thought, but then again, this is a 5-star hotel in Paris. For other dining options, they have the Kinagawa restaurant. The Kinagawa is a French Asian-inspired fusion here in Paris. They have a couple other restaurants as well. They are apparently highly regarded, highly reviewed, and we did not get to experience it on our trip. And the Kinagawa restaurant also shares the same space with where we had breakfast. Breakfast was amazing. So for 48 euros, you get a complete buffet and you get the ability to order off the menu as well. Off the menu items were avocado toast, crepes, waffles, pancakes, and I had a salmon benedict, which was really good. You also have your options of sort of healthier items and not so healthier items. You can get bacons and sausages on the healthier side. You can get fruits. They had a little salad bar. They had a number of fresh juices. So really good buffet items. And even the salmon that I talked about, it wasn't like salmon that I'd seen at any other hotel. This was like sushi grade salmon that you can have for breakfast. So well done on the food here at the Saks. The little mini bar was cute. We did not use the little mini bar because a Coke was 12 euros, which seems like a lot for a Coca-Cola. If I want one, I'm going to walk around the corner and go buy one for €1. In terms of what we found about, I don't even want to say negatives, but a few things that we would just point out about our stay here was my wife found a stain on the sheet, and well, not a huge deal, and didn't prohibit us from having some great night's sleep here. Just for a 5-star hotel, we wouldn't think there would be any stains on the sheet. I'm sort of a stickler when it comes to noise. I like my sleep quiet, and as I mentioned, we're near a hospital, so you get the odd siren every now and then, and you can hear it pretty well through the windows. And I would think for a hotel that they took 10 years to renovate, they would put in double pane windows instead of single pane. I know that's being a little particular, but just my personal thought. And then also the steamer. Steamer is hanging in the closet next to where you're hanging your clothes, and you'd think there might be an outlet in the closet, so if you want to steam something while it's hanging, it'd be easily accessible. Unfortunately, there is no outlet in the closet, so you have to plug it in the bathroom, and sort of the nearest place to hang any clothing, a shirt or a pair of trousers, wasn't conveniently located. We did find a workaround, but it ended up sort of with the steamer being on the ground. So aside from those 3 things, very surprised that for a hotel that's only been open for a matter of months, they really have most of the kinks worked out. So well done. Let's talk about the staff. What I think is amazing when you go to a hotel is not always just the amenities or what they have to offer, but it's the people who work there that truly can make a stay exceptional or not so exceptional. So I wanted to call Charlie and Alex and Sebastian, who all went above and beyond, as well as everybody else here, just to make our stay truly exceptional. So a big thank you to them. No request was too much. They're always there to engage in conversation. I do not speak French, so their level of English was exceptional, and just grateful that we could communicate with them. And I think they really run 5-star service here, and it really shows in the attitude of the people that they hire. One of the things that can also be annoying at a hotel is if you hear other hotel doors banging throughout the day and the night, and I didn't find any of that here. So very well impressed with how much they've either soundproofed or noise-proofed this hotel as they built it. Another thing I always like is good shower pressure, and they have it here. So enjoyed my showers, and also took a bath. Took me a couple minutes to figure out the bathtub handles, but when I did, it was all good. I didn't think the hot water went to past a certain point, so it was just sort of lukewarm, but then they have a little, like a governor on it, and once you press that in, you can really get hot water. It did take a little while for the tub to fill, but that's really neither here nor there. It just took a little longer than I would have liked or expected. One of the things we loved about this room was the TV. Usually in most hotel rooms, the TV becomes a focal point of the room, and where is it put, and can we view it, and is it convenient? Here, the TV is in the mirror, and not that we haven't seen TVs in mirrors before, but usually for some reason they're in like the bathroom mirror, so it's really not that convenient to watch. Here it's the focal point of the wall, which is a full-length mirror. If you don't want to watch TV, click it, you got the mirror. If you want to watch TV, turn it on, TV appears. And to maximize sort of your viewing ability of it, you sort of want to have the lights dimmed in here to reduce the glare, but very well done with how they placed it in the mirror. Would we stay here again? Let me think about that. Yes, we would stay here again. Our stay here has been amazing. If I won the lottery, not only would I stay here again, I'd have a room in residence here 24/7, 365. So let's get on to the hustle. What did I pay for this room? So as I mentioned, when we originally booked this room, I booked a king Saks room, which is 740 euros for the night. I did write the manager a letter, and I said we would be celebrating our wedding anniversary on the day we arrived, my birthday the day after, and my wife's birthday in about 10 or 11 days. They took that into account, and by the time we got here, I could already see in my Hilton app that I'd been upgraded to a King Junior Suite. So I went on the website and looked up how much is a King Junior Suite. 1,114 euros a night. So for a 2-night stay, that's about 2,300 euros. The breakfast, as I mentioned, for 2 people, about 100 euros. So you're looking at a total of about 2,500 euros for 2 nights. So how did I pay for this? 1, I got a free night certificate. I have a Hilton or an Amex branded Hilton card, and when you spend $15,000 a year, the first $15,000 you spend, you get a free night certificate, and it is valid at any Hilton property within 12 months from the date of issuance. That can be used at a Waldorf, a Conrad, an LXR property, as I'm staying here. So I used that for 1 night, so that was complimentary. And the second night was only 110,000 points, which in my opinion in Hilton Point World really isn't that bad for a 5-star stay. So the 2 nights were completely free. Since I am a Diamond member, we get those breakfasts for free as well. So this trip, completely 100% free. Overall, I would give this Saks Hotel on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 9.5. I'm just knocking off 0.5 for the stain sheet and the steamers. Aside from that, it was an amazing stay. Let me know what you think. The big question is, after watching this video, would you stay here? Drop your comment below. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave some comments, and keep on hustling.